right, guys. This is Team Hard Life Captain here, and I've got Rachel Caballero. How you doing?
No bueno, sir. No bueno.
Yep. So I just kind of finished watching what they posted, the interview with you in the Houston Chronicle, and then I was kind of listening to your live on Facebook. But real quick, uh, my first question is, how'd you get this info? Because I kind of want these people to understand. God, they got us good on this one. I mean, this is a long time ago kind of deal. So
Well, basically, I've been working with the Surf Riders Foundation, like all of us. That's why I wanted for the fishing community to come together, because then I can just tell you, and then you can spread the word. And so it's like you, Todd, Ashley, and Nick, right?
yeah.
So the Surf Riders sent out a notice. Hey, look at these two bills. I went to go look at the two bills. Then I found another bill which caused me to look into that bill, which brought me to the 2013 bullshit that they passed, that they told nobody. Nobody. I didn't hear a word. I Googled 2013 beach access, nada, nada. So they
So
did this.
under the table, basically.
Yep. And these are the people that voted in favor of that. It is, and here's this. Let me go to the YouTube so I can watch people commentating and answer
Roger.
questions if I need to.
Right.
Oh, chinelas.
Ethan, for the left hand, I will check that here in a bit. I got the pricing over there in the real counter, but I'll get to that after we can cover what we're going to cover here, because this is huge. Because tomorrow is a city council meeting, which I am desperately trying to attend, because right now they are still so focused on the permits and everything, but they haven't answered the questions. Questions are, why are we paying for it? Are we going to be responsible for maintaining it? And then when it destroys the bay, we're going to pay. Well, are we paying for it ourselves? And then what happens when they can't run? The desal plant cannot function if there's a red tide and a brown tide. So are they going to sue us every day that they are not in motion? Who's going to pay those fines? Who's going to pay that lawsuit? Who's going to be in charge when all of this hits the fan? Because it's not a matter of if, it's when it happens. What is their game plan for this? Because right now they're not talking about that. And that is equally, if not more important than everything else, because one, I, as a small business owner, I do not get to go ask the taxpayers, hey man, you know what? I need a new building. Let's raise the taxes so y'all can pay for my new building. Basically, that's what they're doing. These big businesses are forcing the taxpayers to pay for their business to grow. I don't understand that. Like, but that's, I guess, how the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. Like, I mean, we work hard. We scramble for every inch that we gain to have 10 inches taken away by these bigger businesses. So, sorry,
I think,
I just had to pass that real quick. Go ahead,
yeah,
Rachel.
no, well, no, you're good. You're good. So here's the 2013 stuff. I don't know if you can see that.
Well, what you can do is you can grab your phone and flip the camera around so you can
Oh,
show that, because right now it's all in reverse.
oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. There you go.
Okay, so that is uncomfortable. These are the people that approved it in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Canales out of Hidalgo County, State Rep Abel Herrero, State Rep Todd Hunter, and State Rep J.M. Lozano. They did this shadiness back in 2013, where they allowed to beach closures for the launch and for space flight activities.
So they kind of, I guess they kind of already knew that they were going to bring Elon here to the Gulf Coast, and they needed to cross his bridge in order to entice Elon to get here.
Mm-hmm.
So remember how I was telling you a few weeks ago on our last live that they had already been closing the beach down in South Padre, and we couldn't figure out how they were doing that, because one of the fishermen I talked to that was over here in Corpus said he was on the beach fishing, and a drone came up to him and was telling him that he needed to evacuate the beach. So they're already doing this. Like, Wow, that now everything comes to light. Okay, yeah. So this is huge, guys. This is really big. This goes back to everything that we've already been talking about. What they're planning on doing, how they're doing it, is now coming to light. So this is, again, guys, we cannot do this by ourselves. I mean, we need everybody that enjoys that beach, whether you live here or you don't, to go tomorrow and comment on the live or register to comment on the live. And even if you can't make the comment, because most of us work, even if you can't make the comment, sign up for it, because this is going to give them an idea of who was trying to comment there, and we can let them know, hey, a lot of people are wanting to be here, but obviously we have to work, but they are signing up to tell you they are against this. And you can even leave the notes in there. I saw where Toby did this. He put a whole description of it, gives you a box of what you want to talk about, so you can verbally tell or uh, within that deal to tell them that you don't want this. And then once we go in and again too, just solidify the amount of people that are on there that are not in okay with this deal of what they're doing to us. I mean, this is huge, guys. This is, like I said, I years ago I never thought it never even crossed my mind to think that politics would be so heavy into our fishing, but it is. It plays every day into our fishing. Like I said, with the desal plant, it's not for us. I've already shown y'all that paperwork, the proof, the videos from the city council meetings where they have outright come out and said it's not for the city. So every time you see somebody saying, hey, we need the water, remind them it's not for us. It's for incoming industries, and the water is already pre-sold to them. One. Two, it's already they said it was prohibitively expensive to bring that water around the bay or around the river or whatever it is from where they're making it to supply the city with it, so they won't do it. So again, guys, that's two things. But I'm gonna let Rachel get on it because
Okay.
I got all day. But
Okay.
Rachel,
So
I know you're lighting the fires over here,
oh
which is
yeah,
what we
no,
do.
well, and that was ex-state representative Abel Heredo trying to plead his case. So I wanted to just
Man, that
talk.
would have been nice. Like, let's see
Yeah.
what that moron has to say.
Well, he said that the community of Brownsville wanted that. So I'm like, well, we don't. He's like, well, we haven't supported that. I said, here's the thing, you're a bureaucrat, Abel, so you're never gonna understand that you guys already gave Musk a piece of our coast. So he's gonna
Mm,
come after the rest.
yeah.
And so like we're dealing with these bureaucrats. Go ahead. Go ahead.
How is he speaking for everybody? Because everybody I've talked to is against everything that they did down there. So right there, he is lying.
Yep.
Everybody I talked to from South Padre area are so against what they have done. And then also too, what he was telling me, I remember years ago to get access on the beach, it
Mhm.
was like $10 to $12. He
Right.
said it's $100
$100.
now.
Mm-hmm. That I have heard that too. I couldn't find it anywhere online,
Hmm.
but I know that people have said that it's $100 to get onto the beach. And I mean, at the end of the day, so let me. You have the one bill, right? This is and I'm going to flip the screen.
You're mute. You're on mute.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Local governments shall submit proposed beach access and use plans to the commissioner for certification as to compliance with such policies and rules. So this bill is going to take away the ownership or the responsibility of the local governing bodies and give it to the Texas GLO. Mind you, the Texas GLO, no one votes for those people. Those are all Abbott those are all Abbott appointees. None of those people are voted for. So that means Abbott gets to appoint all his yes people, and it gets done.
So aren't those the same group of people that they're trying to disband the game wardens to give them full right and power of that?
Winner, winner. That is correct.
Wow. So okay, I'm gonna. Something just came to mind. I'm just gonna get the YouTube going over here so I can see everybody's comments, but make sure it didn't have the volume on. But here's the thing: Padre Island National Seashore right now is a big old battle with us and their access to it because of the turtle program. They disband the game wardens who have a lot to say about the turtle protection program and this and that, and rights to go out there and protect it. But if they are disbanded, then like Rachel just said, if Governor Abbott is in charge of these people, they're going to do what the boss tells them to do, and they say to sweep it under the rug. It's going to be swept under the rug.
Yep.
Wow.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
All right. So what?
So the bill, and I'm gonna flip the screen again, that I am up in arms about is this SB 2188. Okay. And that
And
is
that's the House bill or the Senate bill?
Senate bill. The
Senate.
House bill, and because they put this in two different ways just to see which one would go faster. And right now it's the Senate bill. And here is the House bill 4660. And that's a lady out of the valley. But this one with Adam Hinojosa, he's a junior senator. This is his first go at anything political. And I cannot believe or wrap my head around the fact that this dude wants his first things to be to take away our access. So here's what it says on this bill. It says relating to space flight activities, closing of beaches for space flight activities. This section applies only to a county that borders the Gulf of Mexico or its tidewater limits. Does the city of Corpus border? I mean, are we bordering the Gulf of Mexico? Like, I mean, they use this language to try to confuse us. But being now, I can remember read between the lines,
Yeah.
and there. I mean, if this is so blatant, it is so blatant, and we're gonna have to email these guys and say, look, we don't support this. We're never gonna allow you guys to dismantle the Texas Open Beaches Act. Texans own the Texas coast. Texas own the Texas coast. And we have got to keep screaming that at the top of our lungs until they hear us or we get public servants elected instead of these corrupt politicians that we have in office right now.
So that's going to be, like I said, guys. Whether y'all live here or you don't, your voice is equally important in here
Mhm.
because they are voted into office. If we show the numbers of a lot of angry people,
Mhm.
they're going to know that they have a fight on their hands to stay in office. And if they plan to stay in office, they need to really protect. The whole deal is protecting our rights. We vote them into our office so they can protect our rights, not sell them out to billionaires and millionaires and all of that. And if they do, then we know those guys don't belong in office. So
Yep.
again, guys, this is huge. Um, Sorry, this thing keeps teeter tottering because I've got so much work on my desk, and it's like I got to say it's a little overwhelming. But
Yeah.
uh,
Well, and then yeah, try doing this stuff and then working and actually having some time for myself. Like we're the hard part of this is it is a lot, it is overwhelming, but there are different uh true public servants and community members that are out there trying to expose all of this stuff. Because and maybe you don't follow Senator Adam Hinojosa, but it's like I have not heard him announce anything about this bill, anything. And when like Todd Hunter, J.M. Lozano, Abel Herrero, now Denise Villalobos, and Adam Hinojosa, they don't tell us what they're working on. We have to figure it out.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why we're a little late to the party here.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm utterly grateful that you did do the due diligence and just kept following down that rabbit hole to get on this, because now it really opens up the picture of what kind of battle we are facing. Again, too, they're going against the Texas Open Beaches Act, which was done back when?
1959.
So they're trying to circumvent it a little bit at a time. So, oh, it's just that little portion. Well, no, it's not. Just like you said, it's not just Brownsville. Now they're talking the whole Texas coast
Mm-hmm.
for this because, but again, too, like when Houston launches spacecrafts, it's only for a certain area during the actual launch or whatever, and then they reopen. I guess I
Yeah.
mean, obviously
It's
for
on average,
public
it's
safety, but this
right.
is they're leaving it open ended to basically they can say, hey, well, we're going to close the beach today or what have you, and
Yep. Oh, they're not required to give any notice. There's no cap on when they close it. There's nobody tracking how many times he's closing it and for how many days. A
mm,
community member ended up counting something like 98 days that it was closed. So you're talking about a third of the year that the beaches are closed for musk. Um, and I mean, at some point, we have to make a decision as a community that we're gonna fight this. Like it's getting harder and harder to keep these. They're passing this generic legislation with no. Okay, well, is he gonna have to pay any fines if he destroys the water? Is he gonna have to pay any fines if the debris ends up in the city somehow? It's all just fly by the seat of their pants. Nothing is they're not looking out for us at all, at all, at all.
all right. Wow,
Who's trying to get on?
that that's some crazy news right there for sure. Because if you think about it, like you said, we're getting hit on all borders. We're getting hit with the
Mm-hmm.
desal plants. We're getting hit with the beach closures here, and it's a lot of money being thrown and all coming in from all directions for those who are willing to sell the city out and collect.
You're right.
Dave said right there, he said to follow the money, and I'm like, that is something that needs to be done and needs to be made public to see who's cashing in on these deals that are coming through and how they're being pushed through, because a lot of this is, again, it's not being put up to vote for us.
Right.
It's being put up to vote by them that are bought out,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all in agreement to making it happen. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry that Eric, I guess he posted up a little video to clear the air as to they're trying to say that he's against the desal and
Yeah.
this and that. And I still called him out. Like I called on him out on that. Like, why isn't nobody talking about this? Like, who's responsible? Who's going to pay this? Who's going to pay that? Like, these are all the other questions that need to be answered before y'all can sit there and say, hey, we're going to approve this, we're going to approve that without our vote. Like, we voted these people into office.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean to that we don't have a say so at what they're voting on. Like, again, this is not just for them to vote on. This should have been put up for the city to vote on, and they're not doing it. Why are they
Mm.
not doing it?
Well,
There's got to be an explanation on it. So,
and mind you, the city pays a guy something like $150,000 or somewhere between 150 and $200,000. He's called their intergovernmental relations for the city of Corpus Christi, and this isn't even on his radar. And I'm like, how can this not be on your radar when it affects our coastline, the Padre Island,
yeah,
JP Luby, Mustang Island, Pins, Padre Bali Park? Like what? And it's because they're all in on the heist. They're
yeah.
all in on it. And so they're like, hey, we're not going to tell the community anything and hope that nobody comes across this.
Well,
So right now,
you,
and we have help with the Surf Rider Foundation, the Sierra Club, Chispa, Texas, all of those guys are against these bills. And, we need to get the fishermen and all the captains. All the captains. I know you guys bicker because you stealing my fishing spot and stuff, but we need to put all that stuff behind us, man. We need to put that stuff behind us and come together. Like, we've got to come
Exactly.
together on this because we are in trouble. We are in trouble. Wait, they're going to come after the Laguna Madre. Like, what our fishing, it's going away, guys. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
if,
trying
if
to
they if
be.
if they've got that much power over the land, they'll be able to close off that section of waterway and say, "Hey, this is all part of that."
Yep.
And
Yep.
and Rachel, you nailed it big time right there. Like, it doesn't matter. We have our differences as fishermen, and I was very humbled when I posted up the video about that gentleman stealing here at my shop.
Mhm.
I saw hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of
That was awesome.
fishermen that either agreed with me, or even if they didn't agree with me, they used it as a platform to make fun of the situation. But it still got out there. It still got seen by everybody. And we know who the gentleman is. Like, all of this, a lot of people put their differences aside to share that event. Why can't we do this for the beaches? Because this involves all of y'all.
Hmm.
Not just us, not just me, not just Rachel. It involves everybody that enjoys that beach in some way, shape, or form. Whether you just cruise the beach for girls, to go out there to get drunk, to build a fire, to go
Whatever.
fishing, to go camping, to go stargazing, to go check the dunes, to go beach combing, to bird watching, nature pictures, camera. There's thousands upon thousands of y'all that enjoy these beaches in some way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
You need to be active. You need to be going on there. And Rachel, again, I know you have the emails and all of that we need to post
Yes.
on there. Again, if you can post it here, but again, on the comments later, if you want to post
Hmm.
in the comments. But text me all that info, and I'll put it
Hmm.
directly into the video description, so that way people can go in there and post up the same way, guys. Because again, if y'all don't know, this is what's going on. You need to share this video link everywhere, to TikTok, to Facebook, to
Hmm.
Messenger, everywhere, guys. This needs to get out because they did us dirty. They did us real dirty a long
Yep.
time ago, and we're finally barely now finding out. So we need to put a stop to this. We need to let them know that, hey, we are finally, somebody finally caught on. Rachel, that was huge. That was a huge find right there. And I
Well, and then I've been, I just uncovered this last week, and I'm not lying whenever I tell you this, but it took me a day or two to compose myself. One, just out of sadness, anger, and I mean I was ready to go pound on some doors. And I am Christian, and I do believe in God, and I gave it through the weekend. I prayed about it, and I'm like, okay, I have to go full-fledged psychopath on this, because if we don't do something now, we look what how they passed that legislation in 2013, and now Boca Chica Beach is struggling. That's going to be us in 5 years. And then you have not only have this legislation from Junior Senator Adam Hinojosa, but you also have the city of Corpus Christi now coming after the Bay with desal. You have the federal government coming after pins. And you have to ask yourself, why are they attacking our water? Why are they coming after our water? And some people, the most obvious thing is, oh, for profits, for profits. I go down some really dark rabbit holes because, I want to understand what is happening, because the government, as far as I'm concerned, I can't understand their decision making. If they're supposed to represent us, they're doing the opposite. So I'm trying to figure this out, right? Because it just doesn't make sense to me. And I think this may have a lot to do with human trafficking. And when they close off our beaches and we don't have access to that, they are free to move in ways that we will never know. And
Not just human trafficking, drug trafficking is the major one.
arms,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah. That's a huge pipeline that they are creating once they get us off of there. That's a huge pipeline. And then they're, with the federal government closing down the turtle patrol, they've already reduced the amount of patrols that are out there and stuff like that. So they're opening up a gateway for Corpus Christi to be the main junction point of all that trafficking. So guess what? The fight is in our backyard, guys. It is in our backyard. And if
Mm-hmm.
y'all aren't willing to sit there and fight for it, we're going to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to get worse. I mean, you see of all that, and I've been hearing about it on the news where, drug traffickers are coming through and they're killing people on their own side and this and that,
Mm-hmm.
on our Texas side because they're fighting for that land.
Well,
What
and let
what
me
makes you
let
say that it's not going to stop with them just closing the beach?
yep.
They're going to be able to get over here a lot easier and quicker, and we're going to have real fights on our hands.
Well, and think about it this way. How long before he closes the beach entirely? Like
Yep.
he's closing it for 100 days out of the year now. How long before it's like, okay, 150 days? Okay, now it's
Yeah.
200 days. Now it's 250 days. Like, and this is why, and let me show you something, because I mean, I went digging, boy, digging. Take a look at this. You have the in these times, the Texas Observer, the San Antonio Express News, the Katy Times, and the Houston Chronicle that have all done stories on this bill. And where is Caller Times? Where's Chris Six? Where's KIII? Where's KZTV? Where are they? I had to
Yeah.
pay. I had to pay the Chronica to let me expose this today. So I did do a video with the Corpus Christi Chronica. Is it the best avenue? No. Do I enjoy giving money to that sort of? No. But that's the only way I can get the information out. I
Wow.
can I have your podcast. Hopefully Nick Meyer will let me, jump on his. But
Mm.
we have no outlet. We have, unless it's only ourselves. And as frustrating as this gets, and it's getting it gets hard, right? It gets hard because I know
Mm.
that my passion for the beach and fishing and our way our it's a quality of life, Albert. It's quality of life issue. It's a water issue. It's a humanitarian issue. This is complete
It's not just
insanity.
that. It's our kids' futures.
Yeah.
Our next generation of fishermen, of beachcombers, of everything that I named a little while ago. It's the next generation. Are you going to stand up and fight, or are you going to let them take that away from them?
Yeah.
This is the question you got to ask yourself, guys. I mean, right now, I can't imagine what you went through, but I am so livid right now. Wow.
Mhm.
So, like I said, guys,
Well, I
tomorrow
cried a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I did cry a lot.
tomorrow, guys, sign up for the deal. Whether just like we did the last time, if you got time to speak and it fits perfect
Show up.
timing,
Yeah.
please speak on it. But even if you don't, put into the notes of why you're on there,
Hmm.
because I know when I go on there, I'm going to let them know exactly how I did the last time. Hey, we shared this with a lot of people, and they are on here. And if they can make it because they're at work or they can break away, they will speak it. But if they don't, their name will be called, and it's letting you know that they don't approve of everything you're doing to our city.
Right.
And this is important, guys. Really, it is. We need to block that whole, make it a 12-hour session for them of calling names of people that are up in arms about this. Because if we don't, if only 5 of us show up, oh, they didn't piss too many people off. We can keep going.
Exactly. And so when they know that we are coming at them in numbers, it forces them to listen to us. They're tired of
Yeah.
listening to me. They won't even let me get through my 3 minutes. The only 3 minutes I
They're,
get.
they're, they're stopping you. You said everything. You said your name, your district, this and that, and they attention, attention. And she didn't say, weren't you fucking listening? Oh.
No, but it's true. It's true. Like
I got $10 on the pot for tomorrow,
hey,
guys. My
Penny,
bad.
here, hold on.
Oh.
Here, Albert, earmuffs. Um,
Well, no, I do a fire drawn on Tuesdays and Fridays, and anytime we drop a bad word like that, we have to buy in a ticket. So I got one for tomorrow, guys. Sorry.
well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put together the emails. I already have them, but I want to make sure that I can tell people and I can make it easy to cut and paste. And
That would be huge. That would be
yeah.
huge. Yeah.
So I'm gonna try that. Oh, you can't cuss, Robert. You can't cuss on YouTube because it won't let you post that.
Well,
Anyway,
they okay. So the way it works is YouTube, as long as you're not like if it bounces every now and again, it's okay. But if you're sitting there like bashing on somebody, they will delete your channel in a heartbeat.
oh yeah.
But for us, because I keep it family orientated, I swear that's us holding ourselves accountable is what it is too. So that's
Okay,
why I said,
mhm. Somebody's asking how to help. So on Facebook, and I'm gonna type it in right here. It is Padre. It's long, I know, but it's an action committee, and we got to get everybody's name in there. So it's Padre Island Fishing, Surfing, and Beach Enthusiasts Action Committee, and it's on Facebook. And so we have about 4,000 people on that group, and we need more people. Or you guys can email me at protectbeachaccess@gmail.com. And those are, I just put into the comments. So those are, reach out to me. I'm going to do a mass email to everybody on the emails that protect beach access email, and I'm going to be posting as much as I can on the Padre Island Fishing, Surfing, and Beach Enthusiast Action Committee. And you guys, I'll put the emails in there. Try to make it as easy as possible so it's quick for y'all. But we have to start dropping the emails like ASAP, because on the SB, the Senate Bill 2188 under Junior Senator Adam Hinojosa, the second reading is on Wednesday with the that committee, the National Resources Committee at the state level, and we don't have any allies. We don't have any allies on there. I think Denise Villalobos is a member of that committee, and then there's only one other committee member that has a coast. The rest of them do not have a coast, so they don't give a shit. They don't care.
wow, that is. Yes, they are trying to shut down our beaches, guys. Rachel actually did some digging on some other House bills or Senate bills and was able to find how they were able to shut down South Padre Island with the SpaceX deal that they have down there, because that was something we were actually talking about a few weeks ago on our live, that they were doing that, and we're all thinking like that's illegal. They can't do that because the
Mhm.
Open Beaches Act, this and that. Well, we have found out, Rachel has found out how they're getting away with it, guys. And it,
Mhm.
like I said, this has been something that we've been telling and telling y'all for a few years now. It's dangerously closer and closer and closer than you think, guys. It's time to act. It's time to blow up those emails. Share it with your family. Share it with all the friends. Share it with everybody that you know does some kind of way, shape, or form on the beach, guys. Like I said, you don't have to be a fisherman. You don't have to be a bird watcher, a beachcomber. You could just be a guy that loves to just cruise the beach, you know?
Mhm.
Everybody will be affected, which means when they close that section of beach, which usually handles the overflow or the guys that get away from all of that, where do you think all those people are now going to be crammed to? It's going to be
Mhm.
spring break tenfold over on every remaining stretch of beach if it is allowed to be open, if they don't deem it part of that bill to be closed. We can lose all of our beaches for
Well,
that whole time period.
and the bill
Like
doesn't
this,
dictate
guys.
anything. It's not. It's just saying if it touches the Texas coast, if it touches the
Yep.
Gulf of Mexico or America, whatever, like it's not. There's not nothing specific to it. It's very generic. It doesn't say he can only close the beach for a week, or it doesn't. Nothing. There's no limitations. There's no standard. There's nothing. There's nothing. Like
Wow.
it
That That is so
It's hard.
open ended right there.
Hmm.
And then they could sell out the beaches. Every single inch of the beach can be privatized.
Yep.
Wow. Wow, that's truly amazing. That's truly amazing. So
Well, and
I
I
know.
honestly believe with the direction that we're going with Abbott, and we have to find somebody. Abbott is I don't know if you've done any research, but he is a member of the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum is a global organization that is trying to globalize the world. In other words, no more Texas, no more United States. It's one world. It's like a one world, whatever, like one religion, one world. It's that part of that guy that says, you'll own nothing and love it. Penny, not right now. You squeaker toy. Um, so I think he's trying to California our Texas. I mean, because what other reason does he have to be selling our entire Texas coast to a first of all a foreigner? He's not even an American, and he's a billionaire. Hold on one second. Penny, no. So, I mean,
It's fine. It's fine.
if we need to promote anybody who runs against Governor Abbott that is a conservative. And hopefully that somebody starts, trying to oust him, because we need all the help we can get here, because he's definitely trying to California our Texas. And if you've been to
Wow.
California, which I have a bunch, if you've been to Florida, Destin, and Palm, what is that one called? Palm City Beach, I think it was. You have to walk for miles to get public access points. An access door for the public. And right now we have it pretty easy. We just drive onto the beach and we chill. And if we want to keep that, then you have to get involved. We have to get involved.
Yep.
So
Well,
I'm gonna
that,
finish. I'll finish putting these emails together, and then I'll come back and post it on your page. I'm gonna post it on the committee, the action committee page on Facebook. And then there was one other place I was going to post it. I will email everybody that emails the protect beach access at gmail.com. I will add
mm,
you to the distribution list and get that information out to people too. Because
awesome.
we're
Yeah.
going to have
Yeah.
to do something.
Forward me directly that information, because what I can
Okay.
do is I can put that on um, the community page on our Team Hard Life YouTube channel, because a lot
Okay.
of people can't watch the video. So I can post that up and put a reference to this video, but it can also have all the emails and everything else, so that way people can share that. Because this needs to go out and fast. This is
Hmm.
an emergency, guys. Like,
Yeah.
this goes through, we are sunk. Like, then we'll have a whole nother how many more years of battle to
Hmm.
go against these guys, and it would be crazy. Yeah, we're
Hmm.
yeah. Wow.
Well, and
That is.
I've been really, really vocal. I mean, my fight started because Barbara Canales, that tyrannical judge, closed our beaches during COVID. So I've been really, really
Oh,
vocal about this for a very long time. I have
yes.
had conversations with State Representative Todd Hunter. He's
Oh,
ensured
live on
me
my YouTube
that he's
channel.
on the side of the people. But now that I've seen that he voted
Oh
in
crap.
favor of the
No.
2013
Yeah.
situation,
We
he
just found
I
out
don't
that they're trying to steal our
consider
beaches.
him
So,
to be an ally anymore.
mm-hmm. uh, I would have to check what days those fall under. Tuesday would be best. Got it. Yep. Thank you. All right. Bye bye. I totally forgot I had a VA appointment at 3 o'clock.
Oh crap!
Yeah, I done missed it. It's all right.
Those
again,
are hard to
guys,
get. Sorry.
yeah, they are, but this was something. I mean, this is important, guys. Look, and it goes to show you how committed I am to this. I mean, we can't even, you can't imagine the amount of stuff that gets sacrificed in making these things happen, guys. For what Rachel does, I mean, the little bit I do over here, because, like you said, trying to find time to handle this, handle. And right now, if I were to show you on my desk, y'all would probably throw up. It is, I got so much stuff going on here, but it's hard, And
Yep.
when we come out here and we take time out of our days to get this to y'all guys, y'all need to react because it's that urgent for us. It's that urgent for you to take a small time out of your day, send those emails,
Mhm.
blow up their phones, share it with your friends.
Hey,
This is
Dusty.
important.
Dusty Arrington, go ahead and Google Greg Abbott and World Economic Forum, and you will see that he is a member and he is proud of attending Davos meetings. So what I tell you guys, I've already verified. Um, People are waiting for me to screw up to discredit me. So I have to make sure that every piece of information I provide is factual and can be backed by a government document because they're waiting for me to give out misinformation. They're waiting for me to screw up. So I double and triple check everything.
It, Rachel's pretty much like me in the fishing community, guys. People are waiting for me to use an illegal bait one time or to be
Mhm.
caught on this one time. Like they are foaming at the mouth to catch Rachel on it, guys. And this is the reason why I wholeheartedly work with her because there's no way. Like that we hold ourselves to that power, that level of double, triple check, and even y'all have heard me multiple times. Hold on, let me do my due diligence, and it may take a while, but I'll come back and be like, all right, this is what I found out. So again, too, Rachel, again, thank you for the amount of work and sacrifice you put in to saving our community from these.
How
Oh,
do they say it? Well, I'm from Robstown and Corpus. I'm like, I have our six. I have our
yep.
six. And my thing is that I don't think that we've had that in a very long time. And I mean, let's just keep fighting the good fight and exposing them for what they are in hopes that, we can regain control of our local government back in our state government because we don't have control right now. We do not have control.
No, we don't. But what I'm gonna do is I just copied and I copied the email for Protect Our Beaches.
Okay.
I had to scroll up again because I see some of the subscribers that are just chiming in. Yes, there's the email right there. I'm gonna get more information from Rachel
Yes.
when she's able to send it through. So be expecting this. But again, the big thing tomorrow, guys. Again, we need everybody to go to the city of Corpus Christi, whether you live here or you don't. Even if you
Hmm.
don't live here, you still get a spot on there to speak your opinion about this and let them know they are full of crap.
Yep.
The biggest thing is, even if you can't speak, you can put it in the comment section right there and voice your concern. But by putting it on there, it gives me more grounds to let them know that, hey, I'm posting this to my YouTube channel. Everything
Hmm.
y'all are doing is not just going to stay here, hush, hush. We're going to be posting it out for everybody else to get on the ball to let them know what y'all are doing to our city. So
All
your,
right.
your dog's like, hey, what
Hey,
about me?
hey. By the way, out of towners get 1 minute. It's because I'm not giving her pets. She's like, all right, I'm gonna squeak my toy. But it's
Yep,
out of
yep,
towners get 1 minute to speak. You can do it on the phone or via Zoom. And even if you don't want to attend, even if you don't want to Zoom, even if you don't want to talk on the phone, just sign up so they can say your name. And so
yep.
they have to go through all the names. And that way the entire community can hear the opposition.
Yes. Yep. Just
So,
like we did the last one. They were calling out the names and then they called out a bunch of names. They finally called mine. I let them know all those names are people
yep.
from our YouTube channel that heard the call to arms. And trust me, guys, I will represent y'all. Rachel will do the same, but we need
Hmm.
y'all's input. We need you to take a minute out of your day to go type that in and give us a helping hand, guys, because this is just the start. if we want to save our beaches, the only way we're going to do it. We got to
Yep.
unite. We got to stop them in their tracks, guys.
It's
So
like that. What's
again,
that ghost? It's like, Molly, were you in trouble, girl? We're all in trouble right now. We're all in trouble, and we gotta do it. We gotta do it. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna finish working. I have them all, but again,
mm,
I'm checking to make sure that I have the right emails and that we're emailing the right people. So let me
yeah,
just finish that up, and I'll post it back on the YouTube. It's gonna be on those other pages, and then I'll get the information out to all the different parts. What's the
Roger that.
link to this meeting? Which meeting? Okay, let me get
The
that one. Let me get you guys that. It's the City of Corpus Christi government on YouTube. Subscribe to it on on YouTube, and then public comment starts usually promptly at around noon. You have to sign up by 11:29 tomorrow because they shut it immediately at 11:30. So
It automatically
please,
does it, guys. It
yep,
automatically shuts down at 11:30. Done.
yep,
You are
yep.
done.
So please sign up. But it's go to YouTube, City of Corpus Christi, and you can watch it there. And if you sign up to speak via the web, then you have to wait, I think. But I mean, they give you a couple minutes to come around. So, I mean, any way that you can help, honestly, any way you can help right now, we will take it. And this
Yes.
doesn't cost
So,
money, guys. We're not asking for donations. We're not asking for money. We're just asking for your time to send the emails or show up to city council tomorrow. That's it.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thank
Well,
you, Albert. Thank you so
thank you,
much.
Rachel.
Yeah. And we'll be in
Roger that.
touch. You have a contact with me. Text me, call me with any questions, and let's get this done. Hey, we're
Hey,
Texans. God dang it. We're Texans. What are we doing? Come
yeah.
on. We're
Yeah.
fighters,
Hey,
guys. Let's do
just just
this.
just a little heads up though. When you're heading to the meeting, call me to remind, because sometimes I get so sidetracked and I lose track of time. Like I'm
Yeah.
running a
Okay.
million. I want to go to this so that way I can go live from this and share this, guys. This is huge, guys. We need everybody's support. So thank
Okay.
you,
You
Rachel,
got
for
it.
your
All
time.
right.
You have
Sounds
a good
good.
one.
Thanks.
All
Bye.
right, guys. When she sends me all the information, I will get it to y'all. I will post it up. But again, this is huge. This is wow. This is gonna rock us to the core. It is not even time to play anymore, guys. Wow. Yeah. Wow. So, and this is crazy too because tomorrow is also the meeting for Bob Hall Pier tomorrow afternoon, which I'm gonna try and make that one as well. That's another one. Like we're gonna be at City Council, and then we're gonna have to move over to to the Commissioner's Court one for that as well. So, um, it, woo, woo, ugh. But I have a lot of work ahead of me, in front of me, guys. I got to get on this because I need to hit the road. Probably be going to Houston Wednesday into Thursday or Tuesday into Wednesday. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do this, but I need to get over there to make this delivery and go from there. Um, um, what would I recommend for shark bait? Jack, blackfin tuna, cano, stingray, barracuda, sand trout, whiting, perch, flounder, black drum, anything you can use legally. Snapper's one of them. You know, you can use AJ. Anything that for Texas that is a non game fish can be used for bait. But all right, guys, I do got to run. And any of y'all that have any questions about the reels, pricing and stuff, because I know somebody was asking about the left-handed ones, and I only have a couple of them left, guys. So if you want to get in on those, let me know. I think we've got one blue and a couple of black left over. So, but yeah, we got some gear in. All right, guys, y'all have a good day. Talk to y'all later, and I will pass that info as soon as I get it. Later, guys.